The push-up. Often it's seen as a real true sign of strength, and guys use it a lot of bragging rights. But what it actually does is it provides a lot of functional strength throughout the entire body. Unfortunately though, a lot of people do it wrong because they've been doing it at the pub too much and not actually learn how to do it properly. When we're putting our body in that push-up position, it's really important that we utilize our abdominal region and that we keep our neck and shoulders in a safe alignment. What a lot of people do is they kind of sell the movement short, or they bring their neck forward. What I'm going to do now is show you a couple of examples of how people do push-ups incorrectly. The first one, and I love this one, excuse me mum, I call this the rooter. You can see it's not glamorous, it looks very strainful, and well, let's be honest, it's actually doing nothing for my chest region, putting a lot of pressure on my lower back. I see this push-up more often than I've had warm dinners. The other one I call the emu. It's where people are doing these push-ups and they get to here and then the head comes through. And it's kind of, that's the movement they're accentuating. Again, a little bit sexual and not appropriate for the gym. What I'm looking for is a rise and fall of the chest and having a relationship with the hips, the chest, and the face. What I mean by that is I'm going to be in this position here. You can see that my hips are in line with my spine and my shoulders, and then lo and behold, my neck is in a nice neutral position. All I need to do is drop that down to the ground. You can see I'm touching the chest, nose, and the hips, and then I'm lifting back up. I'm down, and then I'm back up. Too often people drop the hips or they lift their hips too high. We want to make sure that pelvis is contracted under. We get a nice strong abdominal region, and then we drop down and we're coming up and we're coming up nice and flat. Now when you hit your end range or when you start fatiguing through your chest, often the hips are the first thing to go. Little tip, little trick, push down into the toes. I'm getting a lot of tension through my hip and through my toes, and I'm using my quads to keep my hips up. I'm still keeping my hips contracted, and I'm down and then up, down and then up. The whole time I've got pressure going through my toes. The other little thing to finish off your push-up, too often people go down and then they're here, down and here. Granted, that can be a form of training, but when we're beginning or when we're learning and we're trying to get full range of movement or motion, it's important that we come up here and we get some external rotation through the shoulders. So you can see that I'm finishing off the movement with my elbows, they come forward and then I drop down. I'm up and then I'm down. You can change your hand position, you can be out wide, you can be in closer. All of these hand positions are going to change what part of the body they're working. But for now, for the beginning, if you start with these foundations, make sure it's nice and strong, master the perfect push-up. Any progression from there on is going to be absolutely cherry ripe.